There are five costly mistakes that are keeping your audiology clinic empty. So, if you're frustrated that big corporation chains are stealing your patients, even though you know your care is better, well, you're not alone. But what if I told you the problem isn't your expertise? Is these five hidden mistakes almost every independent clinic makes? And I'll show you exactly how to fix them. Clinic owners have been following the same procedures of the past with little innovation into how they're going to promote their practice. So when the big corporation came along, they either attracted people with low price or greater visibility. I'm not going to lie, but some people are really satisfied with that type of services, and other people are not. But this is where you can come in. So this is what I noticed that keeps clinics stuck. You don't need a massive marketing budget to compete. Here are five mistakes I see which are easy to solve and quick to make a difference. Mistake number one, your Google business profile has little relevant reviews. Many hearing clinics, even in the busiest cities, have very few reviews. Some have reviews maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And as a person with a hearing loss is making their most expensive purchase, reviews are really important. Think about it. Most hearing aids cost more than an iPhone. People are not purchasing hearing aids like they're purchasing a $50 or $100 item. The decision process for a large purchase is not spontaneous or quick. It takes time. Yes, I know you guys have warranties and guarantees to help people with the decision, but it's important to note that by the time a person leaves the store with their new hearing aids, the money is already out of their bank account. So people want to make the best decision, and they will be very careful and diligent with the decision. So your job is to simply to build trust. And reviews are one of the most powerful tools to build trust. So think about your most recent review as one token. One token is not enough to build trust. A bag full of tokens is enough for someone to reach out to your clinic. So you want to give as many tokens as possible to your potential client to earn their trust. Good reviews are those that tell a positive experience, not too simple or vague. Especially those reviews that said, great staff. We want more than that. So new reviews should be coming onto your profile or on your website consistently. It could be either every month or every other month, but it makes business appear alive and relevant. Otherwise, people feel like there's no one else is around. Mistake number two, you're failing to niche to the challenges people are facing. Almost every website on hearing clinic give this generic statement about providing hearing healthcare. Your approach to marketing to everyone with a hearing problem, it really doesn't speak to the potential personas. Generally, many of you are marketing to older adults who appear to have really, really young genes, often with gray hair. To forget about hearing aid, I'm wondering what are they eating or taking? So one of the hardest challenges business face is getting into that mindset that you need to be marketing and speaking to one type of person. And I'm guilty of that doing that especially when I was promoting my app for people with hearing loss. I feel, and maybe many of you might feel, that when you're marketing to a specific person, you might be losing potential clients. Logically, this makes sense. But strangely, in this world, it does not work that way. We have to start speaking to a specific person because for some reason, when you speak to one person, you're able to attract more people to your business. Niche makes people feel understood and that they don't need to explain themselves. Think about the different types of people you've dealt with. Forget demographics. Think about the musician or the music enthusiast who's losing their hearing, the person who knows their hearing chart off the top of their head, or the military vet who's experiencing workplace hearing loss, or the person whose family is nagging them to come and get a checkup. So each person is very different, and the need to be communicated in a different way that resonates with them. Neither individual will care what you have to say if you were marketing or speaking to all of them. And so that's why it's always good not to market in generic terms. Think about your best client and speak to them in your communication. The mistake number 3 is you're not communicating your values. There are 2 types of marketing communication that I see. Either you're too focused on your competition, saying you're not like the big corporation, or you offer a wide range of hearing aids and not just one type of brand. So many of you are not communicating your values. You don't really talk about what you're really good at. If you're going to be in business, you really need to get confident in speaking about your values. So, what are you really good at? Listen to what people keep saying over and over again, just to get a kind of a clue as to what you might be really good at. Are you good at making your service really a fun experience? Or are you good at tuning hearing aids for those music audiophiles? Maybe you're really good at single side deafness or able to address people with really complex slopes. To really get clear about what you're really good at and promote the benefits of working with you. Mistake number 4 is ignoring your existing patients. So why does the feeling your relationship with the hearing clinic feels like a guy or gal who's ghosting you after your first date? Or maybe they just kind of show up randomly with the sale offer right after you just purchased your hearing aid last year. Or they gonna discount you to try to lure you in with the discounted hearing aids available at the clinic. Or they show up to tell you it's their birthday and you need to buy them a gift on sale. So these relationships seem lost, and you show up just to talk about me, or you just show up to say, "Don't forget about me." And I feel like existing patients want to have continue that positive experience they just had with you. And I think you want to keep that momentum going. But we need to step away from the sort of standard broad template when it comes to marketing and really start automating for more personalized content. So you all know that hearing aid users go through milestones. There's the 1 year mark, the warranty reminder. There's the 5 year, it's time to start looking for new hearing aid mark. There's also when there's a new smartphone or other Bluetooth pairing device that comes into the market. All of these are opportunities for you to engage and educate your patient or client effectively. You really want to bring personalized outbound messages. Mistake number 5, you focus on selling hearing aids. Yeah, I know. It seems like every audiologist is in the business of selling hearing aids. Your industry has a reputation of acting like a used car salesman. And so it's a huge mistake when we start talking about hearing aids. And I often see this on websites, especially in the very beginning of a web page, on the home page. We start to talk about hearing aids, and you should not. If you really want to be part of a narrative to show that you are a medical professional, you need to start to take examples from other medical professionals. So, for example, when you go to a fertility clinic website, they're not talking about freezing your embryos or IVF in the very beginning. They're really talking about helping people grow their family. And if you were to visit a dental office, they're not talking about getting braces or getting your teeth cleaned. They're talking about giving you the confidence to smile. Yet when you, not specifically you, but you and like the industry as a whole are talking about hearing loss, you're talking about hearing aids and hearing devices. And so what you need to be doing is talking about hearing effortlessly, the ease of having conversation in noisy places, or hearing right for the first time. So there you have it. Those are the 5 mistakes that I see coming up often. And if you can focus on fixing these mistakes, you'll start to notice a huge difference, not only in the type of patients that you will be seeing coming into your clinic, but also it will bring more people to recognize and take action in making a contact with you. So if you enjoy that, and you want to maybe watch my next video, if you want to learn more about marketing tips to bring more clients